Okay, I'm going to get started. So I just started the recording, guys. Okay, so those of you that are new on here tonight, I see a couple new faces. We have our team Zoom every Sunday night, usually at 9 p.m., but we moved it to Monday night because of our leadership retreat. We were just getting back in town. We had conference tickets, and it was just a crazy day yesterday. So wanted to give everybody the night off with their families. So that's why we pushed it to tonight. So what I'm going to do is talk a little bit about conference for a second. Conference, as we all know, tickets went on sale yesterday. If you do not have your ticket, get your ticket, you guys. As you all know, it went from the convention center to the arena now, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. So we're going to be at the arena. We have all the hotel rooms booked. We are working on if you do not have somebody to stay with, or you don't know where you're staying, or haven't gotten a message about who you're staying with, let your Diamond Leader know. We are working on that to get everybody in the same general location if possible. And then some people are going from Wednesday to Sunday. Some people are going Thursday to Sunday. Some people are going Wednesday to Monday. But just let us know when you are going. And then typically people buy flights anywhere from November to December, sometimes January. So hopefully try to get some people to fly together. If you've not bought your ticket, you're kind of contemplating going, reach out to us and let us know why you're kind of contemplating it. I for sure know that for me, I was just scared. You know, you guys, I was scared. I was afraid. There was just things that were like, do I really want to go across the country to this conference? They keep telling me that I need to be there, but why, right? So reach out to somebody that's reach out to a Diamond Leader, reach out to, if you have any questions, we're here to help you. We're here to answer them for you, because I think it's one of the scariest things is to leave your family, leave your kids and go. But I can promise you that once you go and once you're there, you'll realize and understand why you're there. I can promise you that. So, and every year there's a whole new meaning behind it. There's whole new growth. But you guys, going from the convention center to the arena, there's huge growth within our company right now, and you are in the right place at the right time. And I want you to know that it's going to be bigger and better than ever this year. So if you have any questions on conference, or you haven't bought your ticket yet and you want to go, let us know. Okay, so moving right into a couple of we had the honor of talking with our Black Diamond this weekend, Denise Walsh, number 3 moneymaker in the company. We did a Zoom with her on Friday, and then we did a Zoom with Barb Hauser, Ambassador Diamond, on Saturday. And I have a couple tips that I'm going to share with you guys. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about sealing the deal. So if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to put it in the chat, and then I will look at it here in just a minute. Okay, so I'm going to go over those of you that were there this weekend. If you want to add anything into this too, feel free to unmute yourself and just add into it. Okay, so a couple of questions. We wrote out some questions before we started our Zoom to ask both. Sorry, my phone is distracting. I need to turn it over. Okay, to ask both Denise and Barb. And the first one that we talked with Denise was, we talked a little bit about our top 10. So we talked a little bit about, what do you do with your top 10 and how do you guide them? How do you mentor them? As most of you know, we have the It Works game plan, which is going to be in your document library of the eSuite. And that is typically something to go through with your new distributors, to go through with your top 10, talk to them about their goals, talk to them about, what they want, talk to them about, their personal development, talk to them about monthly and weekly calls, creating the community, answering questions and getting their mind right. I think this is something, you guys, that is so crucial as a new distributor. And I've been thinking about this actually a lot tonight. And I was just talking to Ashley a little bit about this, about one of the biggest things in this business is you've got to get your mind right, and you've got to keep it right. Honestly, that sounds a little crazy, but you've got to remember at all times why you're doing what you're doing. Number one, you can get burned out really, really easily in this industry, really easily in network marketing. You have got to do things that you did when you first started that created that fire, that momentum, that excitement, the reason for joining. And you've got to continue to do that. if you steer away and try to do things that other people are doing, that are other, things that are working for other people, absolutely go for it. But if it's not working for you, don't do it. Go back to what you love. Go back to what excites you. Go back to having fun, right? Because something that Denise always says is, she's going to do this for the next 50 years. She better be having fun with it. And that was such a reminder to me, is every time she says that, I'm like, okay, she's so right. Because the first 2 years of this business, you guys, I thought I had to work this business every day, all day, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours a day. And I'm thinking to myself, what the heck? I quit my 9-to-5 job because I didn't want to work 9 to 5. Actually, it wasn't 9 to 5. It was like 8 to 8, 10 to midnight. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to travel. I wanted to, be a work from home mom and raise my son. But I also wanted to have the ability to make an income, and I'm like, what kind of job could I tell all these different traits of a job? Where could I find that, right? So you have to really go back to, and that was something that was a big eye-opener to me, you guys, this year in 2016 was, I lost the fun of this business because I was constantly just work. And I had to go back to what I love to do, which is getting people on the phone, which is face-to-face, which is parties, which is, I'm a big red, but I'm also a blue. I love to be in front of people, communicating with people, talking to people, rather than just behind my computer and just messaging. And I got in the habit of just messaging, and so I had to get outside from behind my computer and realize that, that's what I love to do. And that's where my fun and excitement is. But guess what? That doesn't have to be yours too. Okay. So find what you really, really love about this business and do a lot of that. With your new distributors, get them on the phone, you guys, get to know them. And a lot of them, you may not even know them before you sign them, right? So get to know them, get to know their hobbies, get to know what they love. Why are they doing this business? What intrigued them about this business? Walk them through their e-suite, talk to them about the steps to success, talk to them about their goals, some time management, what they joined for, and then give them some homework. Typically, when I talk to a new distributor, I get to know them a little bit. I tell them about their training. I let them know, hey, I'll follow back up with you in the next day or two. You can tell me how your training went, what questions you have. But your first goal is those first 4 loyal customers. Those first 4 loyal customers are so crucial. Not only do they get a feel for the products and what we're all about, but they also get to reach out to other people while they're learning the products and say, hey, try this product. I'm building my portfolio. I'd love to get you on this. I just started using it too. And then, hey, let's talk in a few days. You typically want to do a launch party for a new distributor within their first 2 weeks, and at least 2 in their first month. Okay. Give them a reason to call them. And I love this is something that Denise was saying to us this weekend, you guys, is and it was such a big eye-opener to me because I'm always like, okay, what questions do you have? What can I answer for you? Typically, as a new distributor, they're not going to know what questions to ask you guys. They're just started in the business, right? So give them a reason for you to call them. You guide them. You carry on that topic of conversation. Okay, Leslie, I'm going to call you and go over your leads list. I want you to have that ready. I want you to have that right in front of you. Okay, great. I'll get that ready. And then you go through, okay, Leslie, let's talk about number 1. Okay, number 1 is Raven, and she's interested in hair, skin, and nails. Okay, great. When are you going to follow up with her? When is she going to sign? Well, she said she wanted to wait till payday. Okay, when is payday? It's the 15th. Okay, great. Let's make sure we get all of her information. We put a reminder in our phone or on our leads list to follow up with her. Then there's Taylor. She really wants to join the business, but she's kind of skeptical, not really sure. Then that's when I would say, okay, Leslie, let's get her on the phone. Do you have her phone number? Let's do a 3-way call with her. I want you guys walking through these potentials with each one of your new distributors so you can guide them, you can help them, and you can say, okay, well, where are we at in the conversation? It may just be hey, Raven, does this work for you? Is this something that you may want to do? Hey, Taylor, do you mind getting on the phone with my upline for 10 minutes tonight or tomorrow? And just maybe asking. So we really want to make sure with our follow-ups, or even our messaging, you guys, that's 1 to 2 sentences, and then it ends with a question every time. Hey, Leslie, I think you'd be so good at what I do. I really want you on my team. Period. Have you ever considered making money from your phone? Question mark. That's it. You don't want to give away all the information at the beginning, you guys, because then that leaves no room for growth. That leaves no room for questions. That leaves no room for your potential to go, I wonder if they have this. I wonder if they have that. I wonder, what other products they have. I wonder how much money I could make from home, right? So, and when I first got started, I was the absolute queen of word vomit, you guys. Oh my gosh, I could go back to my Facebook and probably go back to 2013. You guys would all just die laughing because I was seriously like this much. Like it was like paragraph after paragraph after paragraph because I wasn't taught to just, drip and then close my mouth, drip and then close my mouth. And now I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so bad. Like, don't do it ever again. And so always leave room for growth, leave room for questions, leave room for them wanting to know more. So always guide your new distributors for a topic of conversation. Give them something to talk about. Okay, let's see here. And then most people never run their own business before, you guys. They don't even know really what to do. I know for me, I was in a couple network marketing companies before it works, but I never really started in them. So I kind of just did the same thing. I was like, okay, I'm a distributor. I sell product. And that was pretty much all I really knew, right? So you kind of have to hold their hand. You kind of go do a little bit of the hand holding, say, okay, this is how you log into your account. This is where your training is. This is our team page. Here are the products. You got to walk them through those different things. And then kind of give them the task like we talked about, right? 30 people down and go through it. Let's go through it together. And then here's something to do with kind of your seasoned distributors. So maybe somebody that's been in the business 6 months, maybe somebody that's been in the business 7 to 8 months. And say, you know what? Okay, Leslie comes to me, Allie, I'm doing everything you're telling me I need to do. I am messaging everybody I need to do. My newbies are running, but my seasoned distributors, not so much. They're not producing. What do I do? I want you to, and then I would say, okay, Leslie, how many new people are you talking to on a daily basis? How many new people are you adding on a daily basis? How many new relationships are you building on a daily basis? Are you reaching out to new people? Because posting is posting. Posting is not asking. And then on top of the new people the second part is, are you asking for the close? Are you simply asking, hey, do you want to try a product? Hey, do you want to join my team? Is this something that may work for you? I'm putting in some orders tonight. Did you want me to get that box of wraps in for you? The craziest thing in the world that people will not ask, you guys. They won't message you to ask. You've got to be the one to have that approach. You've got to be the one to send that message and say, hey, are you ready? And then you kind of got to look at it as, kind of going to having people increase their network, have them increase their network of people, having them reach out to new groups of people, having high quality of people to talk to, up the amount of people. Sometimes they could just be in the wrong field of who they're talking to, honestly. So have them adding new people into their network, but then reaching out to, say, maybe they're not having so much success over here, having them reach out to teachers, having them reach out to some doctors, having them reach out to some athletes, reaching out to new areas of their network. The biggest thing that as you guys all know, is we make money on generating our leads and following up with them. So however you generate, if it's Facebook, if it's Instagram, if it's parties, if it's one-on-ones, the biggest thing is getting your leads either on a call or to a party and sealing the deal. That's why we do our team parties on Thursday nights. We're going to actually move those. I will be announcing on our team page. We're going to do every other week. So we'll have them twice a month, but you want to get them in front of your upline. So if you're a brand new distributor on here tonight and you have somebody interested in being a distributor, you're like, I don't even really know what to say to them. Get them on the phone with your upline. They want to make money, get them on the phone with somebody that's making money. Okay. And even if you're a seasoned distributor and you're saying, I'm not really sure how to guide and lead this conversation, that's what we're going to talk about next. If you are talking to somebody and you're messaging them, going through your leads, and you say, hey, Allie, I think you're so good at what I do. I really want you on my team. And they say, what do you do? I am a health and wellness coach. You have 15 minutes to chat tomorrow. I'd love to chat with you over the phone. That's it. Yep, I do. Okay, great. What's your number? Ask for the number. Okay, I will call you there. Done. So then when you get them on the phone, you want to say, I typically start out with a 3-step process, and I will post this so you guys have this too. The 3-step process consists of step 1 is getting to know them. Tell me a little bit about yourself. So, hey, Michelle, it's Allie from Facebook. Is this a good time to chat? She says, yep, it is. I say, great. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you currently do? Do you have any kids? What are your hobbies? So you're not going into the conversation just blindsided by, that awkward, hi, hey, how are you? I'm good. Good. Okay. It works, so really just, you are the one that leads and guides that conversation. So you started up excited. You started up, hey, Michelle, it's Allie from Facebook. Is this a good time to chat? She says, yes. I said, okay, great. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Then after she, tells you, then you go into step 2. Have you heard of it before? Have you heard of It Works before? And either yes or no, that's kind of how it's going to guide the conversation. If they have, you say, great, that's awesome. Have you tried any products? Were you a distributor before? Is one of your friends maybe a distributor? Have you seen it on Facebook? Where have you seen it? Tell me a little bit about that. How do you know about it? How do you know about it? And then step 3 is going through the party pad. The simplicity of the party pad, you guys, that comes in your kit, goes through the loyal customer side, easy peasy. We have 5 different product lines. Our body wrap is our most known product. Tighten to firms as little as 45 minutes. 2 different ways you can buy the products at our loyal customer price, 40% off, or a distributor side. The only difference between a loyal customer and a distributor is a distributor makes money. That's it. And then they say, okay, yeah, and they may ask questions that time. And then you could say, I'm going to go into the distributor side for just a minute. We have 8 different pin levels within this business, ranging from this to this. Does something on this income scale kind of spark your interest? You may tell them a little bit your 60-second story that we practice, maybe tell them why you join, what you're working towards, and then say, how does this sound? What do you choose? You can either become a loyal customer or you become a distributor. What works best for you? Ask them the question, you guys. You've got to ask for the close. You've got to ask for, do you want to become a distributor? Do you want to become a loyal customer? What works best for you? And so those are the 3 things that I do when I get people on the phone, a new person, is I simply just say, okay. And this is after I've messaged them, remember. I've asked for the phone call, I've asked for the phone number, and then I ask for the sale, okay? And if you guys have any questions about that, about the phone call, feel free to put it in the chat. But I will do a mock phone call later this week, either on our team page or record it and then post it for you guys to see. Sorry, guys. Struggle busting over here. Okay, so some leadership tips with Barb. I love some of these leadership tips. So a couple that she gave were stay in your own lane in this business and figure out you and do you. Don't waste time getting distracted. Do what you did the first time and continue doing a lot of it. Continue doing your thing, your niche, your glue to this business, what you love to do. Work within your strengths. If you're not good and you tell yourself you're not good at blitzing, but you love social media, then do social media. If you love face-to-face, then do face-to-face. Quit worrying about what you're not good at. Because if you're kicking butt at signing loyal customers, you're not the greatest at distributors, keep signing the loyal customers because your loyal customers will turn into some of your best distributors. Okay? Let's see here. Okay, then this kind of follows up with don't think small. Don't think you can't do it. The minute you start thinking that, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do that, or I don't know if I can be a diamond, I don't know if I can be a ruby, I don't know if I can be in a leadership position, you've already killed that already. That belief that you were creating, you've already talked down to that. So I want you to ask yourself, are you speaking life within yourself, or are you speaking death within yourself? And over your business and over your organization, because the minute you say my team's not working, your team's not going to work. The minute you say my team is awesome, my team is working, they're producing, they're signing, they're going to produce and they're going to sign. Positive affirmations is such a crazy thing, you guys, but it is so true and so real. The more positive you think about life in general, about this business, about your future, about your goals, they're going to come to life. Let's see here. Start by looking at the bigger picture within this business. I want you to start looking at the longevity of this business. Are you in it for October, November, December, or are you in it for 5 years from now? You know, what is your 5-year plan? You know, where do you see yourself in this business? And that's kind of what I always tell myself is, you know, even if I have a bad month, I'm not going to quit. Even if I have a bad week, I'm not going to quit. Even if I have a bad day, I'm not going to quit, you guys. You can bet that I will be here 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now because I love what I do. I know I'm doing what I do. And I love being a part of this culture and this community within It Works. I've never, ever, ever been a part of something that is so positive. You're surrounded by like-minded people that are all striving towards that same goal, you know, of friendships, fun, and freedom. I've never been a part of a corporate team that truly cares about you and helping you get out of debt, giving you crazy incentives and bonuses and cruises. And it's unreal what this company does for you. And I want you to take a look at that. You know, have you ever really sat down and thought about, you know, where do I see myself in this company a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Do you even have a plan, or have you even thought that far? So I want you to know that, do you have that long-term goal, that long-term, you know, vision for this company that no matter what happens, you know, even on the days that I want to quit, I'll still be here 20 years from now. And I want you guys to start looking at kind of that mindset that, what can I do to enjoy this for the next 20 years, 30 years, 40 years? Am I having fun? What do I need to go back to? What did I love about this business when I first started? What sparked that interest, right? And then one of my favorite quotes that Barb said was, constant learners are constant earners. And I'll say that again. Constant learners are constant earners. So people that are constantly wanting to know more, people that are constantly plugged in, you know, moving towards that next step. You don't have to know everything to get started, you guys. You don't have to know everything to promote. You don't have to know everything to talk to people. You just gotta be willing to learn. You've got to be the student, but also the teacher. And even where I'm at, you guys, in this business, is that if I'm not learning something every day, how am I supposed to coach you guys, right? How am I supposed to coach myself? How am I supposed to push myself to keep going? And that's something that I want to remind you, is that no matter where you're at in this business, are you constantly learning? You know, do you know a little bit more about our products? Do you know a little bit more about our compensation plan? Do you know a little bit more about our company, about our corporate team, about your leaders, about this team? You know, do you know how to maneuver our team page? Do you know how to maneuver your e-suite? You know, and I think that's something that if I were to, you know, call you up and say, okay, you're going to run Sunday night Zoom, could you do it? Right? You've got to be just so willing to learn and to push yourself so far outside of that comfort zone. Because I promise you, the more you push and the more you grow, and the more belief that you are a presidential, that you are an ambassador, it's going to happen, you guys. Let's see here. Okay, so 3 things that I want you to ask yourself tonight. And I want you to write this down and either post it in our team page, send it to your upline, your diamond upline, to me, whoever you want, or to yourself, doesn't matter. But I want you to ask yourself these 3 things. And I will type them as I'm talking so that you guys can see them. So number 1, I want you to ask yourself, what is your why? Do you know why you're doing what you're doing? Could you tell people this is why you're doing this? And is your why strong enough that no matter how many no's you get, it won't set you back? The second thing I want you to ask yourself is, what do you want? So what is your why? What do you want? And number 3, how quickly do you want to be there? This is one of the most crucial things in this business, you guys, is having a plan. You know, if we fail to plan, we plan to fail. Easy as that. I mean, there's nothing else to it. You made the decision to be on tonight's Zoom. You are planning, you know, to be successful in this business. You're choosing to plug in. You're choosing to be a part of this community and within this team, which in return is going to help you, you know, create that not only momentum for the week, that excitement for the week, but it helps you relit your fire every week too, being involved and being plugged in. I don't want to go over that. Let's see here. Okay, so knowing what your why is, knowing what you want, how quickly you want to be there. Okay, that kind of goes along too with your chart. So I want you to kind of ask yourself, you know, do you know what your next step is. If you don't, ask your upline. But each one of you guys should know kind of what your next step is in this business. Whether that be your next promotion, whether that be your next goal, whether that be you're really pushing yourself, those new distributors on here, your first 30 days is your first 4 loyal customers. Then we move on to step 3 of the step success, and that's going Ruby distributors, right? Those of you that are executive pushing for Ruby, do you know how many distributors you need to go Ruby? Do you know how much volume you need? Those Rubies going Emerald. Do you know how many distributors? Do you know how much volume? You've got to put in the work, and you've got to create that plan, you guys, of what you want. So I want you to be very, very detailed tonight about, okay, this is what I need. This is what I'm going to do. Here's who I'm working with. And this is how quickly it's going to happen. I want you to put some dates on your goals. Put some dates on your goals that, by November 1st, this is going to happen. By November 15th, this is going to happen. By November 30th, this is going to happen. By January 1, 2017, I'm going to be a diamond. By January 1, 2017, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. January 1, 2017, I'm going to complete the success 4 times. I want you to get very, very clear about what you want and start putting those dates by them. This is a 100% team effort, right? We lift each other up, you guys. We have to be a constant heartbeat to our team. You have to constantly be cheering on your team, being a cheerleader, being a coach, also, being saying, hey, I'm right here with you. I struggle with you. I succeed with you. We are in this together. And I want you to constantly be reminding your teams that, hey, I'm right there with you, digging in the trenches, working. And that is my goal for you guys, to know that, hey, we are right there with you. We are going to the top together. You're not in this alone, right? We are in this 100% together. Everyone wants to be a part of something bigger, right? And I want you to know that you are in the right place in the right time. Within our Fearless and Free team, you have a purpose. You have a place. And I want you to ask yourself a couple things tonight. So sorry. So you're asking yourself your why. You're asking yourself, what do you want and how quickly you want to be there. But then I want you to tell yourself tonight, if things you're doing throughout this week does not serve you purpose, does not bring you happiness, and does not make you money, let it go. Whether that is people, whether that is events, whether that is what you're doing every day, let it go. Because I can promise you, when you surround yourself with 5 people that you want to be like, 5 people that inspire you, 5 people that motivate you, your life is going to forever change. Does anybody have any questions about the follow-up that we went over, about the leadership tips? I know we kind of bounced all over the place a little bit tonight, but I know it's a lot of information, but it is recorded, you guys, so you will have this, and I will post it on the team page too. But does anybody have any questions? Feel free to unmute yourself or put it in the chat, or any aha moments that they want to share. Or those of you that have already heard this, if there's anything you guys want to add on. Does anybody want to share what their why is, what they want, how quickly they want to be there? Yeah, Anna just said, you guys, I like breaking it out by dates as far as goals, but sometimes that feels unrealistic. Does that sound weird? No, absolutely not. Okay, so sometimes, let me kind of talk about that a little bit. So when you put a date on something, it can either go 2 ways, depending on the personality. So it can either be I'm going to push myself, I'm going to get there no matter what, or it could be a very intimidating thing. And I know I've talked to some of our leaders about that when they put dates on things, it becomes very intimidating. It should be something to just kind of motivate you and help you. Okay, it should be something to push you a little bit, to say, okay, exactly. And that's the next thing I was just going to say. You got to believe. That's a first step in making it happen, is believing that you can do it by that date, believing that, you can, put it everywhere visual, in your car, in your office, in your kitchen, wherever that may be, because once things are visual and you put it out in the open and you claim it, it's like an affirmation, right? It's more to come to life than something that you were to say in your mind. I know for me, when I was going triple, I said it in my mind all the time, but it didn't happen until I put it on the background of my phone, until I put it in my office, until I put it, well, not my office at the time, my square of my house, my other house, in my kitchen, in my bathroom, in my car. It was everywhere, you guys. It was everywhere. But if I didn't hit it for that month, I'd literally cross out the date and I put the next month. I crossed out the date for the next month, and I was like, I don't care. It's happening this month. It's happening. It's happening. And when it's meant to be, it's going to happen. But I want you to push yourself just a little bit more, just a little bit more, just a little bit more to get that much closer to that goal. Bobby says, when I add someone on Facebook, how long should I wait to message them how it works? I added someone tonight, and she messaged me. How do I put it works in the conversation? Is it too soon? Absolutely not. If they message you, Bobby, right away, what did she say when she messaged you? Let me unmute you. Hold on. There you are. Okay, go ahead, Bobby. Oh gosh, that's the best. Okay, so I get that a lot. So when people ask, do I know you? I'm like, actually, no, but we have mutual friends. Or I saw you like this and you came across my timeline. I saw you love this, or we're both moms, try to relay kind of that thing. Or, hey, no, you don't, but I'm actually looking for some new friends. Thanks for accepting my friend request. Obviously, they're going to go to your Facebook and see, who you are, right? They're going to go to your Facebook and see, what you're all about. So right away, they're going to see It Works Distributor. Or they're going to see something. So they're going to know. But I don't message them right away. I will either wait. I'll go like some of their stuff, comment, but then I'll wait like 2 or 3 days, and then I'll message them and say, hey, after looking, this past couple of days, I think you'd be so good at what I do. I'd love to have you on my team. You seem super fun. You seem super outgoing. Or, hey, I'm looking for some more moms on my team, and I see that you're a mom. Have you ever considered making money from your phone? Or, oh my gosh, I saw that you said you were super stressed out today. I have this product that you'll love. I don't mean, but I always add this in there. This sounds crazy, but I always add there. This may be the most random message that you get all day, but, and then I send it. Or, I don't mean to bother you. I know this is random, but I just had to tell you. Because you're admitting that it's random, number one, and they know it's random, number two, then they're kind of okay with it. Oh my gosh. Yes. Boom. There's your in, Bobby. There you go. That's awesome. Esme just said, what is your why? My family, my happiness, my family's happiness, our freedom. What do you want? To buy our own house, be financially free, and be fit. Own my time. How quickly do you want to be there? Being fit by this summer 2017, own a house 1 to 2 years, financially free 1 to 2 years, own my time 1 year. I love that. And I challenge you to write that down too, Esme, and have that clear so you can see that all the time. So it's a constant reminder of what you want. And then Anna said they obviously have some level of fear around friend requests being, Anna's about, I can't even say that. Oh my God. It's going to take some time and get to know them than that. Yeah, exactly. Then it's easier. Not genuine. Thank you. Talk about a freaking red over here. I'm just trying to find the dollar sign. I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. But Taylor said, when I tell people I know it's random, they understand, they usually laugh about it. Exactly. Because there's some people, you guys, that I'm like, I swear I know this person. And then you add them and then you're like, crap, that's totally the wrong person. But then you end up, talking anyway. Just make it fun. Make it fun. Be like, I'm sorry, but I had to add you because of this. Or I came across your page, or we're mutual friends and, you don't know me, but you will now. I mean, there's no way else to put it, right? So I love that too. Thanks for sharing that. So we have about 2 minutes left, guys. If you want to share your aha moments or your why in the group, feel free to do so. But thanks for plugging in tonight and making it a priority to be plugged into our Zoom. We have team training tomorrow night at 6:30, and it is at the Starbucks next to Gold's Gym in Kennewick, for those of you that are local. So, and then we will have our team party on Thursday as well. So if you want to invite your potentials to that, we'll get that set up in the morning. And if you guys have any questions about conference or anything, please let us know. Real quick, I'm going to say what Symphony just said. I love using voice message, especially with new people, so they can tell them a real person. And so much is lost when it's just text. I totally agree. They get to know you. You know, they get to know your voice, they get to know what you're all about, your passion, your excitement. I totally agree. Thank you for sharing, Symphony.
Hey,
All right,
Alex,
guys.
I just want to,
Oh, go ahead.
when you were talking about when you went triple, how you had it written everywhere, like I do that with my goals as well. Like they're literally like my alarm on my phone, they're screensaver on the back, and the everywhere on my phone, they're in my, like, seriously, my mirror, my car, like everywhere. And I just want to say, like, I'm 66 distributors right now away from triple, which may sound like a lot to other people, but to me, I'm like, I'm so close. I'm so close. And my goal is to get there by conference, if not like right after conference. And I know that I can do it. And I just mapped it out. And I'm like, if I do 16 distributors a month between my team, like I'll get there. So, I just want to say, like, I'm going to go triple by conference. So
I love it. Yeah, you know, when you speak it, you claim it, you guys, it's going to happen. It's totally going to happen. Let your teams know. Let our big team know. Let your group messages know. Let your spouse know, your significant other. Let everyone know what you're going for. Get everyone on board. Because I promise you, just like Taylor said, it's going to happen faster than you think. When you have a process and you have a plan. So thanks for sharing that, Nicole. All right, guys, I will let you guys go as we're going to get kicked off here any second. So have a good night, guys, and I will chat with you guys later.